Richmond Hill to Markham, Newmarket, and Vaughan, there are thousands of places to eat in York Region. Our job is to find them, try them, and tell you about them. We're going across the region and uncovering these great spots. It's tough work, but we're committed to it.
Whoa, that is a loaded dish there.
This week on Eat Here York Region, we start in Markham, where Anjali is going for Northern Indian at Dum Phukt. Rob indulges his sweet tooth at Sorelle & Co. in Vaughan, and I visit a new smokehouse in Stovall that impresses beyond its meat. Grab your bags, pack your appetite, and we're off.
Today, I'm in the mood for something spicy, something slow cooked and rich in exotic flavors and spices. From what I hear, I'm in the right place. So I'm here with Chandan. He is one of the owners here at Dum Phukt. What does that mean? What does the restaurant's name mean?
Well, Dum Phukt actually is two words, Dum and a Phukt. Dum, these are Persian words.
Okay.
And this cooking technique is introduced by the Mughals way back in 16th century to India. Dum means breathe in and Phukt means to cook. So breathe in to cook means it's a slow cooking technique. It's usually cooked with a covered lid, either covered by the cloth or a dough. If you see my menu, there are plenty of different options, and one of the section is dedicated to Dum Phukt cooking. There you'll see chicken Dum Phukt, mutton Dum Phukt, and some of the biryanis. Dum Phukt biryanis are amazing. You can have different options in them: vegetarian, chicken, lamb, and shrimps.
We've had biryani before, but what makes yours something special, something unique?
Yes, the Dum Phukt cooking is an entirely different cooking cuisine and a different technique altogether. We cook the biryanis, we put raw in the pot with all the spices and the rice itself, and we cover it with the dough. And when outer part of the dough is cooked, chef or we assume it's all cooked inside. But the final judgment came when we present the dish on the table. So the guests who are coming to the restaurant, they are the final judge whether the Dum Phukt cooking is done or not.
Chandan says that opening a restaurant with the concept of slow, ancient Indian cooking has been a dream of his for the last 11 years. They're new to the food scene in York Region, but they've already got the customers buzzing. Dum Phukt is well known for their spiced lamb, chicken, and shrimp. It's prepared in a traditional clay tandoor. You'll also find soft, fluffy naan and flavorful curries on the menu. I headed straight to the kitchen to learn about some of their signature dishes. I'm here now with Executive Chef Sahil, and we are going to be cooking up something in the kitchen here. What are we making today?
Okay, so we are making a methi malai butter for now, which is one of the most popular dishes in Dum Phukt. We're going to start up with some of the jeera in it.
So that's cumin seeds?
Cumin seeds, yes. And we're going to add some fresh methi. We sauteed it in the butter a little bit. Methi has a very strong flavor. So to balance the flavor, we're going to add some white sauce in it. This is basically made of the cashew nut. So right now I'm adding some paneer. It's a grated paneer.
A sauce made with browned onions and secret spices is added next, followed by a few more ingredients. Wow, that color is so rich. Peas, dried fenugreek, red chilies, and salt. It's finished off with a little cream and a special ingredient, khoya.
Khoya is basically evaporated milk. When it's get hardened, it's that hard. So here's our methi malai butter is ready. And we're gonna top up with the cherry and some grated paneer. Here we go, guys.
Next up was the restaurant's specialty, chicken dum biryani.
The specialty of this dish is that we don't cook it in a pan. We straight put it in a handi and then we bake it. Handi is basically, it's made of copper. It's a copper pot and very popular in India.
It all starts with a spoon of yogurt. Next, the chef adds chicken in their house-made biryani spice blend. The chicken is marinated for 24 hours before it gets into this pot. Then, a mix of basmati, saffron, and cumin turmeric rice is added to the pot. Wow, so not one, but 3 different styles of rice go into this dish.
And now we're gonna top up with the fresh mint. In Indian cooking, 50% of flavors we lose while cooking. But in Dum Phukt, the concept is to cover the dish so that all the flavors and spices stays in, and we will get 100% flavors in it.
Wow.
Now we're gonna cover it. This is the nando, and we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. We use all the items, all the ingredients fresh. So from the beginning to the table, what we use is all fresh things. And we put love in it, so it's really good.
At Dum Phukt, flavor is at the forefront. Add to that the restaurant's beautiful ambiance and convenient Markham location, and you've got a great spot for a night out. So when you do dine here, make sure you specify the level of spice that you can handle. The chef prepares everything to order. And if you need something to cool down, try their signature Nimbu Pani. It's soda water, lemon, and the perfect blend of exotic Indian spices. And now for the real test. How did our special Dum Phukt biryani turn out? Perfection.
Probably have cinnamon all over my mouth right now. But these are amazing.
Still to come on Eat Here York Region, gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free does not equal taste-free. Rob takes us to Sorelle & Co. Plus, smoked brisket is always on the menu at the Smokery in Stovall. Don't go anywhere. Now, what I love is when you think about smoked meat or brisket, you think you're kind of get down and dirty, but this is a really nice restaurant.
Thank you. We wanted something that was in between. I mean, as much as I appreciate the barbecue dive, I also want to sit in a nice restaurant and be able to sit with my family and enjoy a nice meal. So we're balancing that line between, having great food and having a beautiful place to sit and enjoy.
Sorelle & Co. has been trending on social media ever since opening its doors here in Thornhill. One peek inside and you'll find out why. The decor is jaw-droppingly beautiful. And the menu, well, there's something for just about everyone, regardless of your dietary restrictions. Let's check it out. The owners have transformed this historic building into a charming cafe complete with large chandeliers and an elegant 2-floor seating area. As I walk in, a dazzling display of desserts greet me. Cookies, cupcakes, scones, and more. Meet the head chef behind these creations, culinary director Jean-Charles.
The story, the way it started, this is our owner, has 5 daughters, and one straight from birth had a severe allergy. She's tried to change everything for her throughout a pantry, but that's all she can do. The kid could not go in any other places because of the fear of the allergy.
Now, thanks to Jean-Charles, you can check your fears at the door. Sorelle & Co. prides themselves on offering gluten-free, soy-free, preservative-free, and vegan baked goods, all to be enjoyed in an elegant setting.
The owners wanted a place where you feel very comfortable. You can see the detail from the architecture as well, from the decoration, from the design, down to all the packaging.
That's right, no detail has been left unturned. Even their drink menu caters to the health conscious and patrons with allergies.
We propose all varieties. Of course, we elevate with coconut milk. We have some coconut cream as well. So you won't find the milk like in any other places, but we made a whole plan of our drinks. It's a whole menu where people can feel very comfortable as well with allergy.
The best part with everything at Sorelle & Co., there's no compromise on taste. The same guarantee extends into their lunch offerings, soups, salads, and sandwiches. And the menu consistently changes, so you can expect something different each time you visit.
We're running on 2 menus per week, which, thinking of our customer who come back who from the area, or even from Toronto, we see familiar faces after a month. So it's just making sure that when they come back, they all don't have the same offering.
Though the menu changes weekly, you can expect to find a variety of moist cupcakes, loaves, scones, tarts, crinkle cookies, and Nanaimo bars. They also offer a fine selection of donuts. Yes, donuts. Even those can be gluten-free.
The donuts, we propose as well various flavor. Of course, the chocolate, as you can see with the Oreo, we have some gluten-free Oreo. And we go for cinnamon sugar. We do a lemon one as well. It's just trying to push a little bit the limits and offering what you will find in another regular bakery.
And in this bakery, you'll also find bread. Baked fresh each morning, white loaf, challah, and multi-seed. Back in the kitchen, Chef Jean-Charles is preparing a caprese panini. Kale pesto, tomatoes, red onion jam, and baby arugula are placed on the bread. To finish this simple yet delicious sandwich, Jean-Charles applies vegan shredded cheese, then grills the panini. Voila! A vegan caprese panini. Now, time to dig in.
Everything's been perfectly dressed and seasoned. I love the onion jam, really sweet. Sweetness comes through because it's been sauteed in a balsamic vinaigrette. Excellent. And now, time for dessert. The cinnamon donuts. Oh, I'm so excited for these. Probably have cinnamon all over my mouth right now. But these are amazing. They taste like churros, only better. Fluffier, non-dairy, non-gluten, not fried. Hello. I can have like 3 of these. Amazing.
So take my advice. Gather your sorelle, sisters in Italian, family or friends, and indulge in the fanciest of foods without any worries at Sorelle & Co.
Come on Eat Here York Region, the Smokery takes pride in taking smoked flavors to a whole new level. I visit the Stovall restaurant after the break. Stovall is one of the fastest growing communities in York Region, and with that growth comes tons of new restaurants and eateries. I'm here on Main Street where the Smokery has been open for just over a year. They specialize in smoked favorites, only in a trendy, refined locale. Chris, right here downtown Stovall, beautiful restaurant. Tell me about the Smokery.
So the Smokery is a casual, elevated restaurant that specializes in barbecue and smoked foods.
Chris says he caught the smoked meat bug, as he calls it, early in his career. He decided to bring the style of cuisine to Stovall.
It's an interesting type of food because it showcases a lot of technique, and underneath all, it's delicious.
So what's the best smoked option at the Smokery?
I highly recommend the brisket. We spend around 18 hours smoking it. It's a coffee rub, so it's a play between something that you could find in Texas and more of like a Montreal-style smoked meat with our own personal twist on it.
The brisket sits in a brine for 7 days, and then a rub is applied. Dark brown sugar, Mexican chili powder, onion powder, local ground coffee, kosher salt, sweet paprika, ground black pepper, and garlic powder are smothered into the ribs, and then they smoke for 14 to 16 hours. It's a labor of love, but it's worth it. Now, what I love is when you think about smoked meat or brisket, you think you're kind of get down and dirty, but this is a really nice restaurant.
Thank you. We wanted something that was in between. I mean, as much as I appreciate the barbecue dive, I also want to sit in a nice restaurant and be able to sit with my family and enjoy a nice meal. So we're balancing that line between, having great food and having a beautiful place to sit and enjoy.
And in terms of decor, you're really playing with their barnwood, natural elements.
Right, we wanted to keep it straightforward and simple. Wood is obviously a key component to the food, so it should be a key component in our decor as well. We try to change it up here. We always have our core menu items, but we also like to do things that are a little bit more different and interesting. So, expect to see a tomato salad in the middle of summer. Expect to see asparagus and fiddleheads in the middle of spring. Cooking locally and cooking seasonally means that we try to use the best of what's happening in the area. And we're about showcasing it, right? And keeping the flavors simple, straightforward, and delicious.
Another delicious item, the honey fried chicken. Albeit not a smoked dish, the honey fried chicken is a bestseller. So John, Chris tells me the honey fried chicken is by far one of the most popular items on the menu here.
Probably one of our best sellers, yeah. People come back for the chicken all the time.
People come back for the chicken. Okay, what do we have to do? You've got chicken in a brine.
So we have our chicken here. It's a quick brine, just salt and sugar. We only use dark meat, so drums and thighs. Bring our chicken to the dredge, so that's just straight cornstarch. And there into our cornstarch slurry, so that's just cornstarch water and a little bit of salt and pepper. And then once we've judged our chicken, bring it to the basket. So this is our fried chicken. It's been down for about 10 minutes now. So we'll transfer it to our mixing bowl. Just give it a light toss in regular honey. And to finish the plate, we just have our sauteed green beans.
But it's not just food that carries the smoky characteristics. Chris extends these flavors right through to his drink menu.
So we're going to be doing a cocktail called the Angry Dad. It's got a hilarious name, but it has a lot of serious ingredients.
Okay.
So we're going to start with a little bit of Robbie Burns single malt Scotch whiskey. You could use really any Highland malts, as long as it's young. This is Fernet Branca. It's an Italian bitter, and it is the bitterest of the Italian bitters.
Ooh.
On the opposite end of the Italian bitter side, we have Aperol, which is a very light and kind of refreshing
Yummy.
style of Amaro. Next up, we have a little bit of vanilla simple syrup.
So you're really playing with the sweet and the bitter.
That's correct. And then to finish the drink, we have a little bit of cardamom bitters that we add, 2 dashes, and then finally a long, thin zest of lemon. So what you're going to do is just take the lemon and then put it in there, swirl it around a bit.
Swirl it around. Woo. That is something, all right. Oh, yeah.
If they come here, I want them to know that they're going to get a great meal and that they're going to get something that's made in-house, which is these days a more and more important thing. We cook locally, we cook from scratch, and we try to represent as much Ontario produce as we possibly can.
This is comfort food, but at the Smokery, it's elevated comfort food. Every single element of every single dish is meticulously thought out by the chefs. This honey fried chicken is perfect. The brisket is tender and juicy. And this right here, this is a Lindt chocolate s'more. Look at it. One thing's for sure, this is not your typical smokehouse. Recap of what we featured in today's show. Chicken tikka masala, biryani, and samosas are top favorites at Dum Phukt in Markham. If you're looking for exquisite desserts out of a magazine, try Sorelle & Co. in Thornhill. And it's all in the details at the Smokery in Stovall. Try their honey fried chicken and brisket. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Eat Here York Region. If you have a restaurant you'd like to add to the list, drop us a line at rogerstv.com/Eat Here York Region. Here's to good eating, York Region.